twice here for the Glue Bomb Show. Well, today my unboxing starts off with a tale of woe. I have not done many things where I've traded with other builders. As a matter of fact, I've done exactly one. A guy posted that he had a kit for trade. It was one he didn't want. I had a monster truck that I thought I was never going to get to build. And so I decided to see if he was interested, and he was. And as we're conversing back and forth, he mentioned he's a guy who kit bashes a lot of kits. And I thought, you know what? I have another kit up in my stash that I don't think is ever going to get built. But I bet he might be able to use it because this kit had 4 engines. It was the TV Tommy Ivo Revell showboat, right? So I thought one day I was building it, and I don't know if you're familiar with this kit or not, but it's got 4 individual engines. Each of them, you have to glue on 8 individual header pipes and 8 individual injector stacks. In other words, 32 of each of these things. And I painstakingly put them together. I scraped the chrome. I did everything you were supposed to do. And it worked. But then I went to put the body and the engine together. And I ended up with all these pipes breaking off as I'm trying to put it together. I finally got frustrated, threw it back in the box. By the way, I put a couple kits aside before. I have never put one back in the box to get rid of it. Okay, that was the only one I ever did. Take that for what it's worth. So I thought, you know, this guy likes to kit bash. This car has 4 nice wheels. It's got 4 engines, and there are other parts in there that maybe he can use. You know what? I'm going to send it along for the ride, free. Not expecting anything else. And it was weird because I thought I was doing something nice, but he seemed to kind of resent it. And he resented it so much that he never sent me my kit in trade. Why do I share that? Because I found one. It was this one, right? The Stingaree. Actually, if memory serves, it might have been the Barracuda version of this, but it's basically the same kit. So I saw it at Ollies, good stuff cheap, and so I picked it up. And because I think it looks like fun. I think it's going to be fun. It's sort of a funny car, dragster combo kind of thing. It's really unusual. So let's have a look inside and see what we can tell about the Stingaree. The first thing I noticed was I love that AMT does this. They put different decoration options on. They have the white. Of course, they have the black, I think. And then they also have this shot of the frame and the engine, which I think is kind of cool looking. And then underneath, they have the parts count and the parts diagram, right? This is the thing that concerned me a little bit because usually when I get a funny car, it's one piece. The body is one piece. This appears to not be that. But let's have a look inside. Let's start off with our chrome trees. Okay. We've actually got 3 of them, all right? Here's your suspension parts, rear axle, the scoop for the top of the engine, the blower scoop, and looks like possibly some springs. And we have one that's completely wrapped up in here, and that appears to be individual header pipes, because you know how much fun they are. And then we have assorted wheels and engine parts. Okay, so far so good. I'm a little dismayed at the fact that the header pipes are individual, but I'll live with it. Here we have our slicks. You can see they're pad printed Goodyear, and then we have our smaller front tires. And it looks like there's some kind of insert in that. I'm going to have to look at what that's all about. All right. Then we have our clear sprue. Now this is kind of interesting. There's a blue one and a clear one. I'm probably going to use the blue because I have an idea for this kit. In here, we have in this sprue, we have the, looks like the seat, the cover over the transmission, the engine block, the little pieces the headers hook into, and other assorted engine parts. Our steering wheel, and I'm not sure what that part is. I'll look that up then. All right. Then the main part in here is the back half of the body. All right, very Corvette looking. There's also what looks like possibly a battery in here. I'm not going to get that out because that looks like something that could get lost. I'm going to put that right in the box. Then finally, we have our other sprue. And this here appears to be mostly body parts. I should say body parts and frame rails. Because that's what these are right here. These are the frame rails. See, you got a little bit of flash in there. Not the end of the world, but I'll have to do some cleaning. Looks like that might be a floorboard and a brace for the engine. And we have the side parts of the body. These will mount kind of under here, I believe. Yeah, right like that. Right like that. Be nice if you could see it, wouldn't it? And then we have the nose of the body. And this appears to be the rear of the body. And this is probably the cowl for the underside of the front. Okay. Then we have, in here somewhere I saw, yes, right here, a metal axle. I don't mind metal axles. I think they make it kind of nice to get the wheels on and stuff. Because sometimes when you have the ones that you glue them up, it can be a little interesting. Here's your engine assembly guide. And then wheels and tires, frame, more frame or chassis, if you will, and then assembling the body. Now, I'm going to assemble the body first, okay? Because I want to get that thing sealed up, seams removed, and I want to get it painted, excuse me. I'm going to paint it. And then, I don't think I'm going to paint it like the box. But let's have a look at the decals. Maybe I'll change my mind. I had a great idea. Some of you guys know this. I'm a cartoonist. I love to draw cartoons. And I really wasn't crazy about the name Stingaree. But I did kind of like the idea of going with the Stingray theme. And I thought, how cool would it be, you know, back in the 70s when they had the dragsters and stuff, that they had those, the big billboard graphics on the side. And rather than doing flames like this, I thought, why not make it sort of a teal color, turquoise, and then put the, what do you call it? Create a character, a Stingray character. And instead of calling it Stingaree, call it Stinger. And I kind of like that idea. So I think that's what I'm going to go with. I'm going to try to make the decals and see how they'll work and if they'll fit and if they print properly. I'm probably going to paint this turquoise or teal and do some really cool decorative graphics on it. Because the one other thing I see here is there aren't a lot of sponsor decals. There's an AMT decal and there's a Goodyear decal, and that's about it. And I was kind of hoping to have a little more than that, but I have some others in my stash. I'll try to put them in like that. Guys, that's what I have for you on this kit. I'm kind of excited to get this one built, but it will be a little while till I actually get it done because there's quite a few projects going right now. I don't know if I mentioned this or not. It kind of fell out of the package, but this is the actual seat that goes in that other insert. Anyway, this looks like a fun kit. And again, it's not based on a real car, so I'm going to have a little, take a little creative freedom with it and have a little fun. I'll let you know how it comes out. If you get a chance to see one of these, pick it up. They do have them at Ollies, but unfortunately this is going to be posted a couple weeks from when I'm recording it, so they may or may not still have them. All right, that's what I have for you. I'm sure they'll still be available on eBay and Amazon, though, so go and check it out. That's all I have for right now. Remember, model building's supposed to be fun. This one, yeah, it kind of looks like fun. Take care.